Okay, everybody, we are live and just making sure everybody who's supposed to be here gets in here. So we are going to be getting started in just a moment. Welcome to Office Hours. This is for entrepreneurs, internet marketers, consultants, anybody who works on their own, or just anybody in general who needs help with their work to get better. We work on each other's problems, find out what's going on, and offer solutions and suggestions that you might not have thought of before. So right now, waiting for my peeps to get on. Today, I am working on a couple things for a client. While we're doing this, I will be monitoring his social media for live casting and all that good stuff. Let's put that a little so you can see more of me. There we go. There I am. And it looks like Linda is coming on.
Hey, Pookie.
Hey, Linda.
How are you?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm sorry, are we recording?
We are recording,
Okay.
and we might have potential people watching. So
Okay.
I don't know. At least we don't yet, but you never know.
Oh, I should go put some makeup on.
I
I love
brushed
your
my hair for
lipstick.
y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you. I
color.
bought it today. Yes.
Nice
Yes.
color.
I was actually waiting to meet somebody. Got stood up for a new client. It's like, where were you? They weren't there.
Oh,
And I was like, well, I'm at the Galleria. I'm at the mall. I'm just going to buy some lipstick. So there we are.
there you go. There you go. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. And again, I don't know if I can say it here or not, but you create such clarity. You are just amazing. Seriously,
Oh,
you really do.
please do.
It was like I got off our call and I just thought, wow. And I think that's what sometimes I miss. I used to belong to masterminds and things like that. And there's something, this isn't quite the same as face to face, but
Right.
it helps, to sort of see the person and then talking. And it's just, as I said, you seem to pull it out of thin air and all of a sudden everything's perfectly clear. So that's a talent and a skill that not everybody has, and how fortunate to have it.
You know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to accept that.
Oh, absolutely. Please do. Yeah.
I talked to Lori Morgan Ferraro before coming on.
Oh, yeah.
She's not coming on today, but how did she put it? Oh, let me go back and tell you exactly how she put it. Just like touched my little heart. Let's see. Booyah, I thought you always needed to be the star, seriously. You're incredibly gifted and special, and curse word funny, which is a huge value of mine. Knock them out with your brilliance on your call in 5. Hugs and kisses.
Oh, that's great. And it's so
I
funny.
adore her.
Yeah, I have been following her and getting stuff from her for years. And that thing that you had, where I guess she was talking to Martin Lindstrom, was I think probably the first time I ever sort of talked to her face to face or whatever. But yeah, I know, again, another strong, and nothing against men, but there's something about sometimes the strong women sticking together and helping each other out. It's cool.
Yeah, it's actually, I'll be honest with you, most of my supporters have been male.
Yep.
And
male?
To have male, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And to have a female supporter, I mean, just, it's like, it just feels good to know that there's another woman out there who
Yes.
believes in me.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, yes, absolutely. Yes, you do suffer from the middle child syndrome, and you're not the middle child.
Right.
Dear. So do you have a topic for today, or are we just waiting for people to jump on, or?
It's office hours, so whatever people need help with today. I was explaining that you'll see I'm looking down at my tablet. That's because I am monitoring my client's Twitter, because he is live right now doing a speech in Guatemala.
So now, let me ask you, what does that mean? You're monitoring his Twitter. The last time I gave a speech, it was at a university, and somebody said to me, you should have had people posting on Twitter for you. Wasn't really sure what it meant, but considering earlier we talked about speaking, when you're monitoring his Twitter, what does that mean? People are tweeting about him and you are the person responding?
Well, when he does his events, we have a really cool, I'll send the link to you, or I don't know, maybe it'll show if I show my screen. Let's find out how to show my screen, because I don't think I've shown my screen in a Hangout. Oh, wait, yes, we can. Okay.
Cool.
So when he is giving his speeches,
okay.
I actually took it off. Let me bring it back up. When he's giving his speeches, we encourage people to post about it on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And on the screen behind him, or on one of the screens behind him, he will have, don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see the wall? It's got like all these different squares on it.
Yes.
Those are all posts that are tagged with Lindstrom Live, Lindstrom Speaks, and Small Data.
Can I just ask, being a neophyte to all of this, that's when they use the hashtag?
Right, when they use the hashtag.
Oh, hashtag Lindstrom Speaks, okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then I respond, I interact, I answer questions.
So
and
if
then
you're asking people, sorry to interrupt. So if you're asking people to do that when you're speaking, you do need a third party who would be doing the responding.
That would be helpful unless you're really good at like multitasking and you want to wander around on stage holding yourself.
Don't think so. Yeah, right.
But even if you can't respond at that time, it's actually great. Just it gets when we did this during ABA, the Winter Institute, we actually had Lindstrom Live and Winter Institute trending nationally for a couple of hours.
Kidding.
And what happens is more people see the tweets. They see the tweets about you. They find out more about you. It's a quick and easy, well, I don't know if easy, but it's quick and free to get publicity.
Yes, right. No, absolutely. Wow, that's great. I think that's super. And I like the idea moment at the moment. That's
What's hilarious is you'll get tweets from people who are like, oh my God, my tweet is on the wall.
So that picture of him walking around, is that the actual him?
These
right
are
now
actual,
at this point?
No.
Oh, these are videos.
Right. We could probably do that, but
so the only thing that's live are the tweets on the left hand.
Right. So these are all videos. The Instagrams the images are live, and then the tweets here and Facebook posts here.
Which are the oh, okay.
The Instagram are the little 2 squares up here on the top right and bottom left. And then down the middle, we have a YouTube wall. And then
how do you create that?
It's a tool called Social Wally. It's like $20 a month.
Social Wally.
Social Wally.
As in like Wally, W-A-L-L-Y?
Like Wally the Moose. Have you seen National Lampoon's Vacation?
I think so, but like
okay. Okay, that was the name of the moose mascot for Wally World.
Oh, okay.
Wally. Yeah, but it's social Wally.
So what does it do? It gives you a template that allows you to do
and
this?
then you just tell it, I want you to show feeds from my Twitter. And then for the Instagram,
do you tell it where to put it?
You can actually, I mean, if I wanted to, I could just have this be one big old screen of Twitter, or just one big old YouTube. But you get to choose, this goes here. These are the videos that go here. These are the tweets that go here. These are the tags that go here. That way you get a lot. It's just, I think it's really a great way, especially if you do a lot of speaking. this is a great
Hey,
way
what a great
to
way. Mhm.
interact. Yeah. Because everybody loves
And
to see
how
their name
would-
on screen.
In lights, dear. We're going for lights. Okay, so how does somebody even send them the link to this, or do you have the link because you are doing stuff?
So if you were to say use this at your, if you were doing this at an event, what you would do is you would give it to whomever, the link that I have highlighted, you would give that to whomever is running your AV.
Oh, okay.
And then they would just do some laptop projection magic that I'm not really too. It's I make this stuff. I don't actually put it up on the screen.
Right. No. Yeah.
But they do their magic and it's on the screen and yeah.
And this would be on the screen behind the person talking?
Now Martin's done it a couple different ways.
Okay.
He's had one where it's been like on one of the screens to the side.
Mm-hmm.
He's had one where like in places where he's only had like one screen. This will be showing during the breaks. And he might pop it on just to point out some tweets or interesting photographs during the event.
That is so cool. But I think, again, stepping back from it, you have to have enough going on to fill these spots.
Right.
Otherwise, you have one little screen in the corner going, not exactly impressive.
Or you just have like the same photo playing over and over again.
Loop. Put it on a loop. Yeah, right. Groundhog Day. I can see it now. Yeah, right.
But that's when you really encourage because this is real time. That's why you really encourage people, hey, get your tweets up here, get your things up here so you can see what's going on.
So again, now this whole thing about Twitter, it's not something but I don't use it. So in this case, how would these people know that this was happening?
You would be telling.
Okay. So you have a lot of people following you on Twitter? Is this on some of the background stuff where you've got to get enough people there so that when you do something like this, they will be able to go in and tweet about you?
Yeah, that helps. But if you're doing it during a live event, it doesn't matter so much because you're going to have you're going to have a captive audience basically, and they're going to have their cell phones in their hands anyway. Let's get realistic here.
Yes, no, that's true. That's true. That's what someone said. They
might as well do something useful.
Yeah, they said next time you speak, and especially this was the university I was speaking at, they said, oh my God, you should have had everybody tweeting. And I had no idea. I said, great idea, but I thought I have no idea how I would even have set it up.
I'll see if I can get you a slide or something that shows how he does it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I mean, he's got it set up real easy.
Mm-hmm.
And just throughout the presentation, he mentions, you should be tweeting using hashtag, whatever the hashtag is that day.
Okay, so now if you're talking, I guess this is now the facilitator coming in. If you're talking in their tweet, of course I was going to say, are they paying attention? But who cares? They're probably going to be tweeting anyway, so you might as well have it be about you.
Exactly, might as well.
No, true, I see. But that's, oh my gosh, it just looks so now. I just love it. I absolutely love it.
One of the, I don't think we're doing it today because it's a shorter conference, but at the longer ones, we encourage people to tweet their definition of small data and their prediction. And because Martin is a branding person,
yes,
their brand predictions, what are brands going to turn into? So then that brings them into the conversation and it gives more people voices. Because, I mean, let's face it, if you're facilitating and you've got a room full of 500 people, you're going to be lucky if you get one of them,
And I think I see Adrian's forehead.
Hello, Adrian.
I think I see your forehead,
Hello,
sweetie.
my forehead. Oh, I'm down there. Look, there's me. Come on, boy.
Now we're recording, Adrian. So
hey, that's Linda.
Hello, my dear.
Hey, Chopsy.
Hey, you made it.
Yes, I made it.
Why are you hiding?
Come along, you bloody... What?
Where's your...
Why are you hiding?
No, your camera.
Like
I'm hiding because my bloody cameras.
Where's your camera?
Where's the bloody... Oh, it's not bloody switched on, this sodding thing.
No.
Well, we can see, the bottom half of your face, man. We just can't... it's like...
there you be.
Yeah, I had my webcam and sat on top of the bloody thing. See,
There you go.
There we are.
There
Anyway.
we are.
How are you, my dear? We're just talking about
Oh.
tweeting during events. Do you tweet? Are you a Twitterer?
tweet. I am not a tweeter.
Okay.
I sometimes might send something off, but anyway, so and anything that's too complicated for me to understand, I bloody stay away from. Yeah.
Pity. However.
It's taken me 6 years to bloody find out how to bloody get this bloody computer to bloody even switch on. So, and my missus can't even do that. So, you know.
There you go. You got one step in.
I'm in the process of medicating at the moment. You will see me sticking needles in myself in a moment. Yeah, and yes, pumping the veins up and shoot myself
You're doing
really
that?
what it is.
Why
What?
are you on
Okay.
this event? Why are you on this event if you're meditating?
Are we that
We don't want to
boring?
hear you snoring, sweetheart.
Meditating with a cut. Not with a
Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Only.
You know, this is great. This is great. People are shooting up drugs on my program. This is awesome.
Yeah. Abbreviation. I can never use the abbreviation meds without having to qualify which one I'm using it for.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh my
God, that's
gosh.
hilarious.
Too funny. Too funny. Good. Anyway. All right. So
Yes. Mm.
tweets and Twitters and all that kind of good stuff. So what else is new and exciting? Elizabeth, just one thing, and I think I've asked this before.
Sure.
I know I saw your buckets,
Yeah.
and I know you're juggling buckets and coaching clients and all the rest of it. Time management. Tell me your time management skill. Is that where you spend? I think you said. Oh, come on! Here I am thinking you're the guru, girl.
So for time management, what I've been doing, I don't have a set schedule. I just do at least one thing per bucket per day.
Okay. Oh,
some
okay.
days the client stuff takes up a lot of the buckets. Other days, a lot of the time. Other days, I get to do more, but it's one item from each bucket per day. So one thing that's publicity, one thing that is creating content, and one thing that is client work. Actually, I'm doing pretty good today. I think, yeah, I'm hitting all the spots today. All right.
So wait a minute. So you're doing client work?
Client work.
Next on the
doing Martin's stuff. So there's the client work.
Okay, so that's client work. Okay.
Content creation. That's what we're doing right now.
Content. Right. Content creation.
Because
okay. And
with the Google Hangout, this gets recorded to YouTube. So this will live on in perpetuity on YouTube.
Scary.
And then
scary. I better put lipstick on.
So we have Adrian shooting up drugs forever if we ever need it.
This is getting like BS on a WD.
No, it's not.
Bullshit on a weekday.
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I want to know your third one.
I used to use
publicity.
Publicity
is this right here.
fabulous time management system.
I know you told us about it. You told us. I think you even gave us a link to it, and I forgot to capture it or send us.
That one. It's very simply. What you do is it's a cost-benefit analysis, a technique. You work out how much time you spend on something, and you work out how much you get for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Very simple. So you can actually evaluate every project that's in front of yourself.
Right, but
as to which one is the more important and the more urgent.
Okay, but what about if you're doing something like? What if you're doing about something like writing a blog or creating content? You're not getting immediate return on it, but it's for future effort.
Yeah, but what you have to do is to try to install some kind of cost-benefit analysis into it by saying that it's going to feed so-and-so project, and that project is worth a cost-benefit ratio of money's bloody good, all right, because you're actually making a profit out of it. So So that's the way it works. It's that book that it's the complete
I know.
time management system
Right.
by somebody called Godfrow and somebody else. Yeah.
Super. Okay. Because I think that's, and especially with this project that I'm doing, Adrian, you don't know, but I've sort of been doing a project since December, which is it takes a lot of time, but I can do it from home, which is good. I don't have to go into the client office, but it's then making time for me, so have to be much more mindful.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm capturing. One of my problems is I got a memory problem. I write reams and reams and reams, thousands of reams of bloody stuff. I don't remember what I've written.
But that's why you write
system of my documents. You see, what that enables me to do is to flow more freely when I write something. Right, just now, right before I came on here now, I sent an email to The Guardian because they are operating a section, okay, and they're asking for writers. Norma
cool.
Burson sent me saying, writers, please contact us. Anybody in the US, Canada, girlies, right? So if you're into essay writing of any sort, or news reporting, or whatever, article writing, right, there's another little chance for you to just get your name into another newspaper in front of a million or so people who will get familiar with who you are, become to trust you, and start liking to have a look at your website or whatever. And buying a few products, or letting you actually try to flog them a PDF now and then. ClickBank, for example, there are thousands of PDFs on ClickBank from bloody helping you play golf, tennis, lose a bit of weight,
anything,
right? Lose depression, all sorts of bloody stuff, thousands and thousands of bloody things, all there waiting for you to become an affiliate with, and maybe get anything from 75% commission on it down to 25%, which are bloody fabulous commissions in there. Yeah, so
cool. Something else to put on my list. Something else on my to-do list.
Yeah. Join ClickBank. Join ClickBank. It's
now you've gone from Adrian, you've gone from liking them to hating them to liking them so many different times. Where do you stand at the moment on it?
I'm hating ClickBank University because they don't teach the subject well, and B, what they're trying to do is to screw an extra $40 out of you for this bit of software, and another $60 bucks for that bit of software, because they're affiliated to all the bloody software companies that they are trying to teach you to use on this ClickBank University thing.
Okay, so ClickBank is not the way to go. What about Udemy?
Udemy, that's you teach a course on Udemy, but the bloody rules on developing a course, they have to satisfy this, that, and the other. You have to have the right camera, you have to have the right microphones, you have to have the right sound, you even have to have the right bloody studio where you do it in, because they are very, very bloody pernickety, about the quality of the work they put out. Very, very good too. But if you look through all the courses that they are teaching, you can find that they have a lot of variety in the quality of the course. You think to yourself, well, good God, if they let that course go through, then surely I'm good enough, But then they pick something on. There's a hiss in the bloody microphone or whatever. Buy another microphone, is that kind of attitude,
Right.
So it can get a bit, and it all depends, of course, which person does the check for you.
I suppose that's right.
Yeah.
Now, Adrian, we're here. Adrian, we're here as office hours. So, how can we support you in what you're doing?
Oh no.
No, you don't want to be supported in anything?
No, I'm not. I'm such a one man all my life. I can't change my spots.
Okay.
I have to get it going myself. If I do have questions, and there are occasions, I can tell you now, Linda, I love your voice. If I can
Oh,
get
thank
your
you.
voice on some of my bloody videos, I'm going to bloody have you, all right?
Anytime, sweetie. You know, I'm more than happy
But
to.
I can't. But I can't afford any. I can't afford to pay anybody at the moment. I'm
You don't
actually
have to pay.
stuck.
You don't have to pay me. Sorry, this is being recorded for everybody else, but for Adrian, yes. No, sweetie.
Exactly, please.
Yeah, no, come on. We support each other. Don't be silly. If I can help you out in some way, let me know.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's why we're all here. I mean,
Exactly.
we're here
Yeah.
for each other. If we
Yeah.
can help you,
Yeah.
let us
No,
know.
absolutely. I'm more than happy to help you out if you want me to read stuff or introduce.
Yeah.
More than happy to, for sure. Okay, so don't even think that again.
Never person who asks anybody a favor. I have
Why not?
never ever asked anybody a favor because that obliges me then to give them a favor back, and I'm afraid I might
No.
not.
No.
No.
Right?
Okay, so what you are
this is
doing-
not
It's
a
all about
transaction. We love you. This is not transactional.
Managing my own competence is what it's about. It's been a lifetime struggle
Adrian,
for me.
You know what?
Being a
you are
junior-
doing those. You are just a moment. You are not allowing somebody the privilege. That's it. That's as much a privilege as getting. So if you don't allow
Exactly.
somebody the privilege of giving to you,
God, stop bullying me now. I didn't bloody come here to get bloody two women nagging me. I just bloody kicked my missus out of the room.
Well, you're getting a different kind of nagging because we're American and Canadian, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Adrian.
yes.
You deserve
Yes.
to let someone be kind to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
this is.
Yeah,
I think this is more than just. This is some stuff coming back from like past experiences. Let us love you. We
Yeah.
love you, man. Let us love you. Let us show that love to you by.
Hey, Pookie, have you looked at your emails? Hey, Pookie.
I have. Yeah,
Have you
Pookie
seen the one
Pookie just
from
got
me?
your email. Pookie just got your email today,
Good.
and Pookie has not been getting any of your autoresponders.
Oh! No, why is
Yeah,
that? I
Pookie
wonder.
thought you abandoned her,
Bloody
and
why
Pookie
is
was like,
that?
"Oh, okay."
Wow.
I honestly don't
Hang
know,
on.
man.
Well, why? Well, right, we can crack it. Not a problem. I noticed on your in the analytics for you, there's a thing at the bottom that says, "Do not send any more responses."
Why?
But it's at the bottom of the list. I've been trying to find out where that was actually issued.
Okay,
Now,
is
I
it
don't know
going
whether-
to Pookie Galore, or is it going to Elizabeth at Elizabeth Ann
Yeah.
Hamilton?
No,
Because if it's going to Elizabeth
No,
at
it's-
Elizabeth Ann Hamilton, that address is kaput. Somebody else has control of it.
Oh, is it?
Nicked it, all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
okay.
Oh, send to that one
No,
anymore.
it is-
Okay, that's a heads up.
Yeah, I'm still on the Pookie one. I'm
Okay,
still on the spooky Pookie one. Yes, love. Yeah.
Okay, I have
Good, well,
not.
I can fix that. Yeah, we can fix
fix it and then resend it to me. But you have this on video recorded. Adrian Thomas has permission to send me his email stuff. So
Oh, God. Oh, don't start that now. I went through that. I had 21 years of that. I had MI5 and MI6 watching my every bloody move on the internet because I possess official secrets. And they're always bloody frightened of somebody being a whistleblower. Right? Talk about paranoid bloody dementia. We got a bloody army of the buggers over here. Right? We've even got a bloody factory right on the end of Cornwall where they put all the bloody cables that go across the bloody Atlantic to Canada and America have to go through this factory. And they pinch every single bit of bloody software off it. Every signal that goes down it, they record it. Really? They've got as much data. They've got as much data as the British Museum have got and the British Library has got.
Wow.
Just bloody email. They check everything that everybody does. They've been doing it for bloody years. They've been doing it since now. Then let's think 1997. Like when I started doing internet chatting. I had a bloke who was one of the chaps who used to come was a chauffeur of the royal family, and he used to chauffeur the Prince of Wales' two sons. right? And they used to go clubbing. And he'd come back on the internet and he'd say, "Oh, I'm sitting in a bloody car waiting for these." And then the kids would come, they come in and they pile in the back seat and they brought two birds in with them, haven't they? Yes. So then we'd have a running commentary then. We'd have a running commentary then about what was going on in the back seat. Now, and I said to this guy, I said, "For God's sake, stop it." I said, "The boys in grey suits will be around there and they only sling you in the bloody tower if you keep on."
My God.
All of a sudden he disappeared. I never heard.
Okay, that's scary.
I said, "The
That is
boys
scary.
in grey suits will come and get you." Yeah. And it's the same over there now. Of course with you lot. There's nothing that spooks don't know what's going on nowadays. They used to call us people with Asperger's bloody spooks, didn't they? No, it's the spooks all work for the. Nice cup of coffee this year.
Oh dear. Anyway, yes.
I haven't taken my meds yet. Yeah.
Take your meds, sweetie. Take your
Okay,
meds.
yeah. Shoot them up. We're good.
Yeah.
That's actually, I did there's a lady called Sally Hogshead, and she does personal branding. And
okay.
I'm going to pop the link over to you guys. I took her quizzes today, and it's howtofascinate.com, but you can find out your personal brand and then your company brand based on these questions. And where's my chat box? There's my chat box.
Was this
It
a
was
freebie
actually-
or was this?
Yeah, it was a freebie. That's how
Wow,
we roll
I thought-
right now.
Yeah, right. Fascinating. And how
But
valid do you think? Did you think the results were?
Well, for my brand, for the work I do, she says my brand's advantage is innovation. Your brand speaks the language of creativity.
Oh, great.
You're the brand that defies the ordinary. And
That's true.
it's for your innovation brand was born to be revolutionary. Innovation is the most creative of all the 7 advantages. Her shtick is that we all have these advantages. And then you can also do one for your personal. Let's see if it'll let me get to it.
So that was for your business.
Yeah, for the business, my innovation is brand. Or my brand is,
Innovation.
Whatever.
Right, yeah.
For myself, as a person, and this I thought was interesting, and it's definitely something to at least get something going on in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
My primary personal advantages are mystique and innovation. The world sees me as clever, unassuming, and independent.
Ah, interesting.
And mysterious.
Yes, I'm the secret.
Yes. A David Bowie lookalike.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, man, since I did my hair, things have been going really good. So, but I thought that was interesting, and it's definitely, I don't know, it gave me something to think about because I would not have called myself mysterious.
No, but that's interesting when you say that.
Okay.
You have a way. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose or it's just how you take a picture, but your eyes are typically almost saying, "Adrian, close your ears. Come and get me," kind of, sort of.
I know. And she's doing that, all the bloody test. She never looks you in the eye. Well, she never looks me in the bloody eye. Let's put it that way.
It's mysterious. It is a bit of a mysterious.
She's always thinking something dirty about me.
No, she's not.
That's my secret, Adrian. That's how I get the look. I stop and I think something lascivious about Adrian.
But Adrian.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I mean, when you say that, that's an interesting word. That is an interesting word for you. It actually is quite appropriate.
Mysterious, mystique, and innovation.
Yeah.
It's like
innovation,
Mystique, yes.
Innovation, yes.
Okay.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Wow.
But it's free and fun to do, and it takes like 2 minutes. So
Now, does it come back to you
Yeah, well-
automatically, so that somehow, depending on your answers, it must trigger something within the program?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, it's based off of types. It's like one of those personality quizzes. I think there's a
Of
little
course,
more
yeah.
to it because she's
Yeah.
actually like a PhD. So it's not like, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's not
teenager.
like Chinese cookie fortune or something.
right,
Like
exactly. Oh,
that. Cool.
but
Cool.
that's yeah.
Oh, God's truth!
What?
Forgive me, I was just putting my trousers up.
Stop
And I
it.
fell over backwards.
Oh,
I have to do the injection.
Adrian, what time is it where
No,
you
I wasn't
are?
playing my.
What time is it where
20
you
to 9
are?
in the evening. 20 to 9 in
20
the evening.
Of what day? Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday. No, wait, Wednesday, I think it is.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday, yes, Wednesday, yes.
I'm just trying to
Yes,
think. So we're 24. 20. Oh, so you're 5 hours. I'm 20 to 4.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you're
at,
5
3.
hours. You're 3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This global group. Oh dear. Well, I don't know, kids. I've got some work I have to do for this client. As always, it's fun and games. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
keep up the good work.
Thank you, ma'am.
Adrian, take your pills.
I gotta go, yeah. I gotta go and kill some suicides now.
Yeah,
so
go
down in
get 'em, Tiger.
Yahoo.
Be kind. Be kind.
Be
Anyway,
kind
Elizabeth, keep
and
us
be careful.
in the loop of what's going on.
I sure will. Love you guys.
Love you guys too. Bye bye. Big
Okay,
hugs.
bye.
Yeah, ta-ra now.
Bye.
Bye-bye, kids. Bye-bye, kids.
Well, you never know what's going to happen on office hours. Wow. I wonder if like there's like past things of like Tony Robbins and like you've got people taking their pants off on his Oh Lord Jesus, okay. Oh, I'm gonna pause for just a second. We do have some more people who are coming on, so I will be back in just a minute, guys. Okay, I am back. That was an interesting. I don't even know what to call that coaching session. I don't know. It's yeah, that was interesting. Oh, I think it's very important as an entrepreneur, as a worker, whatever it is you're doing. You really want to have a lot of different personalities around you. Adrian's a little cray-cray. I love him though, but Adrian also points out really big, deep things that you might miss because he sees the world differently than the rest of us. He's actually got a very interesting story. He has autism and Asperger's, but he spends his days. He used to work for the British government for the Surveyor Society, handling like all sorts of data and that kind of stuff. But now he spends his days and nights counseling people who are suicidal on the internet to stop them from committing suicide. There's no telling how many lives he saved, and it's just a really amazing story of what you can do, how you can change the world, even if you're not, quote unquote, well, Tony Robbins. So, and at least Linda's back. I called her Lisa. Sorry. Hi, Linda.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Talking about Adrian and the work that he does, amazing, really. And you got to give him a lot of credit for having been there himself and going back and giving as much and as extensively as he does. That's, you know, this sounds terrible to say it, but I mean, I've had bad days and been really down, but it's never something that has crossed my mind because I guess there's always too much to live for. So to really feel that there is nothing, wow.
You know, I have been.
I can't imagine it. Have you really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I've actually had a lot of problems with depression and just a lot of issues. I mean, unless we want to go full Oprah, but that might be a little too much for a Wednesday afternoon.
Right, exactly. Yeah, wait till Friday. Wait till Friday.
But yeah, I mean, I have been to that point. And what's funny,
Really? Wow.
There's been two reasons why I've never done it. One is because just with my luck, I'd screw it up and then I would be like paralyzed or something.
Oh my gosh.
And in addition to being miserable. So, and the other, I'm, you know, I don't do the best job of it, but I am a Christian.
Yes.
And I believe that I have a retirement plan, like an internal retirement plan.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, well, I don't get to access it early. There's no early retirement for
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
But as I said, I mean, I maybe, and I'm wondering, I know this sounds terrible, but sometimes, you know, when something happens to someone devastating and someone else tries to talk to them, oftentimes the response is, you've got no idea what I'm going through. And oftentimes you don't, you know, as I said, I could be very sympathetic and whatever to somebody perhaps having those kinds of problems, but not having been there myself, I don't know that I could really understand it. So I do have to give him a lot of credit for that. A lot of credit.
Yeah. I mean, he's actually been really kind. He does have a tendency to think everybody's got autism, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. He actually, I talked with him about when you're talking about not knowing what other people are going through. I really didn't understand what grief was like until I lost my mom about 5 years ago. And it's fascinating, the process, because you don't realize.
Somebody wrote a book about that, didn't they? There was some book that was written about the steps that you go through in grieving. I forget.
But then they forgot to mention that you'll like stop and then go back through all of them again, or then go through and then you'll be like, oh, I'm done. Oh, wait, never mind. There's anger. So.
What? I mean, my dad passed away in 2009. In fact, it's coming up May the 5th. And I could just be somewhere and remember something about him and just well up with tears. So you think that you're handling, and I'm not sure, I'm sure there's some explanation for it, but that the fact that the emotion is still there. I don't know. Do you find that when you think of your mom? Is that?
Yeah, or I'll think of something and I'll be like, God, I wish my mom was here for it, or
so I could tell her about it, or she could share it, or yes, yeah,
or you'll like something will happen. Like I've really needed my mom these past couple of months. But you know, it'll be like, God, I wish my mom was here because nobody understands me right now.
Ah,
You
interesting.
know?
And you know your mom would.
Yeah, because you know it's my mom. That's what her job is, to
Oh.
understand me
Oh,
and pet
okay.
my head.
It's not like you're very much like her, or she's very much. Is it
No,
because-
it's more like missing like the comfort, I think.
interesting? Yeah. Well, they say
Oh,
that
this-
umbilical cord is never really broken.
This is really interesting. So Lori was asking me about doing Facebook Lives.
Facebook
And-
Lives. Oh yeah, you talked
Yeah.
about that before. Yeah.
That's where you go in and you I might ask her if she wants to hop on so I can show her how to do them, because they're trying to make her pay to do them. It's like, no, you don't pay for what? No.
Oh wow.
I can show you now if you want to hop on and you guys get to listen to me talk while I type. You want to hop on the call?
Yes, that's okay.
Or we can do it later. You should
Come now. I want to
pay
learn too.
anything.
Come now. I want to learn how.
It's like, really? Wait, well, oh, hey, I know what. I'll just
Add this to your list of things, my dear. Gosh.
Actually, I'm going to have to. Actually, I can't because I can only do the Facebook Lives on mobile devices.
Oh.
Actually, I need to take screenshots to show you.
Why can you only do it on a mobile device?
It's this way it's set up right now.
So it's
me see.
meant for you to be other than.
Mobile, yeah.
Ah, okay. Smart. Smart.
Let's see
Interesting.
what happens if I go into. When in doubt, always go into Martin stuff.
But that would make sense. That's what they want you to do. It's here's my life. I'm wandering down, you know, Main Street, and you know.
Mobile only. It's free. Let me rephrase that. It's free on mobile only.
Ah,
There you go. So I
Okay.
guess if she doesn't want to be on mobile, she could pay for it.
she
But
could pay for it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, she's got an iPod, blah blah blah, iPhone. I mean, why?
Oh gosh, yeah,
don't-
they do anything. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll handle that later, and that'll be something we'll talk about later too. Right now, she's busy listening to Prince, so it's like, honey, you listen to Prince.
Oh,
You
wow.
do that.
Even now there again, I don't know whether you go out of your way to keep up with the latest thing. I think I vaguely remember
try.
hearing about Facebook Lives, but yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah.
It's interesting because there's the creative you, and yet here's this other techie person who then takes the techie and into it. So it's just interesting the way you're. I'd like to get into your brain. Could I?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, for me, because people pay me to do their social media, it's like
Right.
one of those things where it's like, okay, I need to, I need to know what the hell's going on.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But even just keeping up to date with it has got to be huge. Again,
Oh,
another
God,
time thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's, I take the time every day to study.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
yeah, because like the algorithm, the thing that shows you what you see on Facebook, that changes on almost a weekly basis.
Weekly?
Yeah, because they're
it's weird.
always
Like I don't see stuff from people that I used to see stuff from all the time. Why would they do that to me? I'm connected to them. They're my friend. All of a sudden I don't see stuff from them anymore.
because they base it on for you as a person, they base it on who you interact with. So if you interact with Susie Q every day,
Mhm.
Susie Q you're gonna get the post from Susie Q all the time. But if it's someone you don't interact with a lot, you're not necessarily going to see those posts unless a lot of people are commenting on their post. So
Holy Christmas!
yeah,
Wow.
so for you as a brand, what that means is that unless people are doing a lot of commenting, liking, and sharing your post, you have to pay for your post to be seen. You don't necessarily have to pay a lot.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
Although a friend
mean,
of mine
that's-
was trying to do some Facebook posts, and he said he's shocked from even a year ago how much it has gone up.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
that's interesting.
yeah, they're not stupid.
You know, no. So the trick is if you can get people commenting and sharing and
Exactly.
liking something, you will get the same results as if you had paid.
Exactly. Well, not the same results.
Same, but I mean, but you'll get results. Yeah.
One of the beauties of doing Facebook Live is that whether you're doing it on as your business or as a person, it lets everybody who's connected to you know that you're doing it. So it's like free advertising.
So does it only go to your friends on your personal page, or does it go to the people you're connected? Like, does it go to both, or do you have to direct it?
You have to. It depends on if you're doing it on your business page, then it goes to all your fans. So, for example, when I do one as when we do one as Martin,
right?
Then that goes out to all 95,000 fans.
Is that what he has? 95,000?
Yeah, we're still building it, but yeah, I mean, pretty good. But for like mine, that went out to all. I think I have 1,300 friends.
Oh my God.
1,500 friends. So when I did that, it sent a notification to all 1,500 of my friends that I went live.
So that was, see, again, are fans the business page and friends the personal page? Is that how you distinguish?
Right.
Okay.
Friends are personal, fans are business.
Business.
And
okay.
so for free, every time you do a Facebook Live, your fans on your business page, when you do it from your business page, they get to, it's free advertising for you.
Wow. So, learn about this.
Definitely.
You just did one the other day. Is that the one you did the other day where you were I don't know 3 minutes or so and you were just chatting away and you told us you were going to be coming on? Was that Facebook
Yes,
Live?
that was Facebook Live. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And it sounds as if short and sweet is the way to do it.
It depends on what you're doing. The longer you're on, the more people can jump on to the live stream onto it. But I mean, if you don't really have much to say.
True. Yeah. No. I see. But again, this is where, as you said, when you talked about having your calendar and having things set up, I think once you start looking for 5 quotes, 5 this, whatever the heck,
exactly.
You all of a sudden, I think, kind of get into that mindset, creative mindset, and start getting yourself back in your groove, which is what I need to do. I've got to get back into it because it used to be I'd see something and I could relate it back to something I do. And it was like boom, 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 boom. But you get out of it and I need to get back into that. Yeah.
You know what we should do? Seriously?
What?
We should do like a podcast or something because we're talking about a lot of really interesting stuff.
We should.
And that would help both of us.
Actually, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got an hour left. So
an hour? Oh my God. Oh dear. Okay. I forgot. I wasn't going to hang on for the whole 2. I do have to get some work done, girl, but I don't want to.
Okay. No worries. Diane, right now I'm holding on for Diane.
Yeah. Cause I was going to say, I thought she was coming on.
Diane should be coming on pretty soon. I don't know. I'm going to give her like 15 minutes. She said she'd be on at 1 her time, 3 my time. I'll give her 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So 20 more minutes.
So you do this. I mean, it's always great to talk to you and to see you there. And I've missed you. I got to tell you, I've really missed kind of having a regular, rapport with you. No, really, seriously, you got good energy. What then do you do with this? I know you said you're recording, but do you put it onto YouTube or because it's been kind of crazy?
It goes automatically. So right now.
But you can turn it private. You can turn it private if you want.
I could.
Yeah.
Part of me kind of doesn't want to because that was just that right there, him taking his pants. That has the potential to go viral.
Oh God.
And it's like,
well, the thing is though, do you want to go viral with that?
I thought you and I were doing okay.
I know.
It's like what we were talking about earlier about getting sued for publicity.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Jeez. Oh God. Funny.
Oh.
Funny. But so again, is that because it's free, it goes onto YouTube? If somebody was to Google Pookie Galore or Elizabeth Ann Hamilton,
They would find it
that
under
would
Pookie
come
Galore.
up?
They would find it
Okay.
under Pookie.
See, that's the advantage of having the other name in a way.
Of being Pookie Galore.
Now, did I understand you that you said Elizabeth at elizabethanhamilton.net is no longer valid?
That is correct.
Okay.
The
all right.
the website that, well, there's like a whole long story with it that I really shouldn't
Yeah.
go into on public.
No, that's fine. No, because I just deleted it. So the Pookie.com is the best email for you.
Right, that's the one to use.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's like
I just never know sometimes when what's valid or what's not valid. It was
Right.
to put in Galore, they would get any of your YouTube stuff. They would get all of that.
Yeah, if you do in fact, show you guys a search for Pookie Galore right now. I pretty much own everything for it.
Like .net, .com, .ca,
Well, I don't own those websites, but anytime Pookie Galore comes up, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, the whole front page, if you put in Pookie Galore,
Really?
is me. There's all my pictures of me.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, The Wonderful World, Tumblr. Wow.
It's coming
So
back.
Pookie's Florida House, is that you?
No.
You know what? Somebody else said this to me. We were both online and we were both talking about putting something into Google and we both got different results.
I'm okay though, as long as I'm pretty much on there. So.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're all on the top. Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So tons of pictures of you. Yeah. So I don't know what Pookie's Florida House is, but
maybe I need to go and like kick her butt or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Pookie's Florida House. Isn't that funny? Gosh. But that
sounds almost like a whorehouse, actually.
I was just opening it up to see. But funny. I mean, some people I know are pages and pages and pages. When you Google something, flea market flips and projects galore. My goodness.
Okay.
Looks like somebody's, oh, well, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. That makes her happy.
Do you ever go past when you Google? Do you go past the second page or even further?
It depends on if I'm stalking somebody. If I am like looking for data on somebody, I will go like 20 pages deep.
Oh, you will? Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's like once you get 20 pages deep, that's when you start getting like the real obscure stuff that's really old that they've tried to bury.
Oh, interesting. I never thought of that. Okay. That's interesting. But for yourself and your brand, you'd like to be on the first page. Have you ever paid to be on the page? Because I think you can page. Yeah, you can pay, I think.
I've never had to because I go in and I make sure I get I go in and I grab all the the handles on social media.
Oh, no.
Before
before you get a chance. Exactly. Oh,
like no.
Well, my dear, I'm going to have to scoot off. Hopefully, Ms. Beck will join you. But as always, good talking to you, and
Thank you, ma'am.
Look forward to more stuff.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
We'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
Take care. Bye.
Linda is actually, and we're going to be just hanging on for about 15 more minutes. We're waiting for Diane to show up. Linda is interesting. Linda actually was a actress, and she used her stage career to turn it into business presentations. Very interesting, very fascinating stuff. So if you ever want to learn how to be an actress, follow Linda Sherman because she's going to show you how to do that. Just wonderful. Let's see. So we will be on for about 10 more minutes. One of the things that I am working on is we had talked about the bucket system. And in order for me to focus and get things done in these 3 different areas of my life or my professional career, I've created buckets. The first bucket is for client work. So that would be the work that I do with other people. That would be, oh, it says Diane is here, but she can't, no one can see or hear me. So we're going to try to get Diane on here. But one bucket is for, I lost my train of thought. One bucket is for client work. So that's stuff that I was showing with my client earlier. Anything where I do something for another person and work with that other person one-on-one. Then the second bucket is content. That would be things like courses. Trying to get Diane on here. That would be things like courses. That would be books. That would be videos. That would be Diane, I don't see you. I see lots of other Dianes, but I don't see you. Oh, okay. That would be things like courses, books, videos. This is actually an example of a multi-bucket item, and we'll talk about that in a second. The third bucket is publicity. Those are things that I do that are just straight up publicity. I don't make any money off of them, but I do get my name out there. And some items go across all 3 buckets. For example, this hits the client, the content, and the publicity bucket. Client, because I'm working with people. Content, because this is being turned into a YouTube video that I can use later on. And publicity, because right now this is being broadcast on YouTube and Google Plus, and people are seeing my name as much as they can. I'm going to try to get Diane on here so we can figure out what's going on. Try clicking that link. If not, we'll get it figured out somehow, Diane. I know we will. But we use the bucket system, and I'm a firm believer in that. With the buckets, you do one item for at least one item. I mean, some days, obviously, if you've got client stuff out the wazoo, you're going to be doing a lot of client work. Other days, if you maybe don't have so many clients, you're going to be working on your content and publicity buckets. But the key is to do one thing per bucket per day. So trying to still get Diane on here. Hopefully she'll be on pretty soon. It's kind of funny, actually. So I was feeling less than official. And I went out and I got myself a whiteboard. And I made my buckets on my whiteboard. And that's when everything clicked, because I got that stupid whiteboard. I don't know what it is about a whiteboard that makes everything official, but it does. And I can see Diane is watching, but I can't get her on the thing. Diane, give me your, on the Facebook post, send me your Gmail address, because when I look up Diane Beck, it doesn't come up. I mean, all these other Diane Becks that are not you come up. So if you can pop over your Gmail address, I'll get that to you. Hopefully. Okay. Well, we're going to keep working on that. It's been a lot of fun. I've been learning a lot this year. In fact, this whole year has been like just a giant kick in the pants when it comes to learning who I can trust, who I cannot trust, what I can do, what I can't do. And one of the big things that I learned, that my breakthroughs on Saturday was that I'm not going to be happy spending the rest of my life making other people famous. It's like I can make people more well known, but I don't want, I want to be famous too. And that's okay. It's okay for me to want to get my message out there. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So one of the things that's really kicked me in the butt is that I get to start doing more of these. I get to do the things that I do for other people for myself. So that's pretty exciting. And we're still trying to get Diane on here. So let's see if there's any way. Let's go check out the office hours page. Okay. Okay, Diane, I see that you are here publicly, but you're not actually on the Hangout. In our Facebook group, send me your Gmail address, and I'll try inviting you that way. But that is what we're doing right now. So hopefully we can get Diane on there. If you want to join the Hangout, maybe chat about things that we can help you with, let me know, and I will get you added. Let's see if there's another way for me to do this. Add. See if that happens. Add to circles. We're going to see how this works. And we're going to try again because I really want Diane to come on here because I love Diane. And Diane is actually really cool. She works as a project manager and she always does interesting things. Why can I not find you, Diane? Okay. All right. So we're going to get Diane on here now. And thank you. Google Hangouts are always interesting. Okay. So we're getting Diane on here. Should be here shortly. Diane, check your Gmail or check your Google Plus, whatever. Just sent that to you. And thank you, Jason, for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, anything like that, let me know. We would love to answer things for you. Oh, but we are still waiting. Let's see. Hopefully we get Diane on here. Hopefully. If not, we're going to end this in about 5 minutes. It's been a heck of a year, actually. It really has been. I am grateful for everything that I've learned, but I also kind of wish I could have learned it an easier way because sometimes the ways you learn really suck. They really do. I don't know how to say it otherwise. It's interesting how the people come in and come out of your life without even knowing or realizing who they are or what they're doing. And then you don't realize what they've done until after. So, I think this has been a pretty good call. We talked about Twitter chats, or Twitter, using Twitter during live events, setting up social walls, and how to track hashtags, and how to use hashtags during your events to get people to interact with your speech, and how you can turn that into extra publicity for your call or for your work. We had some interesting conversations around suicide and ideation and all that kind of stuff. We talked about the bucket system, and we talked about the value of women entrepreneurs and women relationships as far as that kind of stuff goes. So we're going to give Diane just a few more minutes. But I want to thank everybody who showed up. This has been fun, actually. I seriously, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any higher than someone taking their pants off during my Google Hangout on camera. If you missed that, you can catch the replay on YouTube. Okay, so we are having some problems getting Diane on. Huh. Okay, we'll figure it out. Diane, I'm going to go ahead and hang up, but we will get it figured out, and we can definitely talk in the operations group. Adrian and Diane and Linda are all a part of my internet marketing operations group. It's a Facebook group for people who do internet marketing and who want to establish online businesses or just get more promotion for their online work. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. And I will wait. Diane's here. Diane is here. Yay. Diane, I can see your little head. So maybe we're going forward. I don't know. There should be like a little like bar above like my head that has like a microphone and a camera. If you just want to make sure those are turned on, not red. Hopefully that will do it. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna wait. Okay, Diane went away. Okay. So we're gonna hang out for just a few moments longer just to see maybe if we can get her back. So one of the great things about live video and things like this is you get to learn to think on your feet. You get to talk about things and you get to move on fast. I mean, how boring would it be if I just stared at the screen? I mean, I guess I could do that for a minute or two. I can't. I'm laugh. That's not going to work. Let's see if we can get Diane. We lost Diane. Okay, so we're going to try just a little bit longer and then I don't know if this is a disaster or if this is just super entertaining. Actually, Google Hangouts are much more interesting than doing a webinar because especially if you're using a software like GoToWebinar, you're pretty much assured of a smooth experience. It's going to happen as it should happen. Nothing bad will happen. It'll just go straight through. But Diane?
Hello!
Yay! We did it!
Oh my word.
Good Lord, woman, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. You've missed some shenanigans and some fun, but how did your webinar go?
What do you mean?
Didn't you have a webinar this week about hiring in the tech
no,
industry?
I'm hosting a talk next week, in-person talk.
Oh, cool.
In town. Yep. And you know what? Last year I did a bunch of Google Hangouts like live, right?
Uh-huh.
I did it with me, some myself, and I talked on topics. And every single time I did a Google Hangout, it was maddening tech problems.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't understand how they can get away with it, right? It is like, and then I would Google like me and someone else were working on the tech. We'd prep the tech like hours before, and we'd have to iron it out for like a full hour. And every single time it was like as bad as the last. And we'd Google like the tech, facts, and everyone's like, it's horrible, it's horrible. I don't understand. It should be as simple as clicking on something.
It's hilarious. It's like your Google for one thing, and the second thing is like they have Webinar Jam, which is based off the Google Hangout platform, which means somebody's paying like $500 a year for this to not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh. Yes.
So how have you been?
Well, all right. I mean, my dog died a month ago.
Yeah.
So I feel really, bad about that. And, he was over 14, and it's always been me and him because, you know, I'm single. I've always been single, and we've traveled all around the country together. Me as a consultant, we've lived in hotels together. We've lived from New York to, you know, Seattle to Vegas to California to Cincinnati, you know.
Right.
So he's been, you know, my number one. And then he, you know, he got cancer and died a month ago. So that's been sad. And since like right after that, I decided I'm going to move. So I'm
Yeah.
moving to downtown Long Beach in a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
So I'm moving out of the burbs and into a walking city.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I used to live in New York City, so this is like much lighter than New York City, but
Right.
that's going to be a change. But I think it'll be uplifting for me to be around people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then I left a contract with a Fortune 500 company last month.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I was managing a multi-year project. And wait a minute. Did I see on your Facebook that all this is being recorded?
Yeah. We could take, no worries, no worries. We can, somebody took their pants off earlier. So, no joke, no joke. So,
Were they making a statement, or were they, what was it? What's the context of that?
it was Adrian Thomas from the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He went to stand up and apparently his pants just fell down. I don't know what to say.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was doing something in protest and consciously, purposely making a statement, or if that was an answer to a question, or or a response to it.
Oh, God.
I didn't,
I think I could charge if that was the answer to a question. Oh, Lord Jesus. Anyway, so are you looking for work? Or are you
Well, yeah, you know, I'm in this mode of transition. You know, it's funny because I've had my dog since my 20s and I'm in my 40s now, so it's like I'm a whole new person. Like you know, the person that I was before being a dog owner, I'm totally not that person anymore, right? And I'm realizing, like, I've got all of these freedoms now that I didn't have. Like, I could travel a lot for work if I wanted to, or like even now I'm moving to a city and I'm not going to be on the ground floor, right? Because, you know, he got older, so I would always live on the ground floor. Now I'm living, you know, up above. And, you know, I wouldn't have him in it. You know, as he got older, I'd always live in the burbs. So, you know, I'm realizing, and even still, I could be out all day and not have to worry about coming home for my dog. So I'm like, well, I'm kind of footloose and fancy free, if you will.
right.
So I'm like, I'm just thinking I could do this, I could do that, I could do all of these things now. So I'm just getting in tune with that feeling.
Right.
And then there's and so I want to do something different. I don't know what, but I want to do something different and not the same old, as far as, you know, my main meat and potatoes for income. But also I'm feeling this sense of, oh, screw it. You know what I mean? Where
right.
where it's translating into, like a freedom. So, and that's why I guess, you know, I'm just finally doing this talk. It's my first talk, and I've already got paid customers, so I'm really excited
That's awesome.
about that. Yeah, you know, thanks to Instagram, I tell you.
That is great.
That is great. Yeah, it's funny because I never used to do Instagram at all, and Alicia and who is it? Calla McGuire? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that. Was it like a year
Insta
ago,
Weekend.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but a year ago
And
now. Yeah.
I didn't do the weekend, but I just signed up for the webinar, right? The free
Right.
webinar. And I'm like, all right. So I started like posting stuff onto Instagram, and for like the past year, right?
Yeah.
I do it regularly, and so now I'm posting, you know, some of my business stuff on there, and I got some paid customers coming. So that's
awesome.
where I feel this screw it mentality is benefiting me, because I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do it. I don't care if only one person shows. And I tell you, one person bought a ticket within less than an hour off Instagram.
Oh wow. That's
Like
awesome.
I uploaded my event onto Eventbrite. I posted on Instagram in less than an hour. I had my first customer. I'm like, well, that's it. I'm locked and loaded. All I need is one person.
Yeah. That's amazing. I am so happy for you. And I think
Yeah,
it's
so that's
fantastic. I mean,
next.
you're like a techie and it's selling on Instagram. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's that. And then what else? Oh, you know what I'm also been doing lately is I'm posting little video clips. Okay, to get on social media and getting more comfortable with that. So I started this about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 weeks ago. And I just did stupid little, hey, you know, whatever, and nothing informative, right? But that it was
Right.
for me. It was for me just to get comfortable recording myself, dealing with myself, seeing myself, and putting it out there. Okay. And then I even tweeted, hey, anyone ask me a question and I'll answer it in the next hour via video. And so I did that, right? Just anything random. And I did that. So now it kind of paved this runway to feel more comfortable doing little video clips for business.
That's
So
fantastic.
yeah, so I posted like little video clips of and have like a white screen right there at all times where I do it at night of you know, me giving a little intro to my talk next week, and I posted on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm going to put it on Facebook as well. So that's another thing where I'm just, you know, screw it. You know, I just got to deal with myself and put it out there as far as putting me on video out there. So those are two things that I'm doing. And so I guess one of my main questions is, you know, I need to strum up more customers.
Right.
For this talk next week. And so, you know, I'm already doing Instagram and Twitter. And actually, I know a lot of people don't like Twitter, but Twitter, I get the most interaction on Twitter out of anything. So I'm, you know, posting on social media. I'm also emailing people on organizers. And then I'm going to also post on LinkedIn groups.
That's really effective. Are you posting not just in link for the LinkedIn groups? Are you posting just in tech groups? Are you posting in job groups?
They are in groups for people that I would think would come, which are people in tech, people in project management, people in you know, people who do the work in the tech industry, like business analysts. So there'll be a group on business analysts or
Right.
programmers or technologists. So that. And then also, you know, with the meetup groups, and the thing is, the LinkedIn, that's like some groups have 2,000 people and they're all over the world. But with the
Right.
meetup groups, it's a little bit better because the meetup groups are specifically in the county I live in.
Right.
And this one is going to be in person.
Have you thought about setting up a meetup group just for yourself? For yourself and for your brand, the Hired Techie meetup group?
Yeah, I should. What would that look like?
I think it's like $25 a year. I think something like that to set up a meetup group.
Right.
I know there's a small fee, but that would be you could have you could use that to promote your monthly talks. If you wanted to do like free talks or free networking events, something like that. You could use that, you know, Hired Tech coffee with the Hired Techie or something like that.
That's true. I would have to find a space in Long Beach. That's
Right. I
been one of
mean,
my challenges, is finding like free space. or space that's not that expensive. For instance,
right.
I found the space that I'm using is at a coffee shop, and it's a back room. And fortunately, they only charge like $10 an hour. But I mean, it's not. There aren't. I mean, there are some issues related to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, for
And
$10 an hour, yeah.
there's another place in where I'm moving to in Long Beach where it's like $10. It's like $12 an hour, but you have to have like a 2-item minimum as far as food, or like food or beverage. So, I really don't want to have to pay for that because I don't. It's not just that. It's just the idea of juggling food during a talk.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
that's
you've got people slurping and spilling and like,
well, and
do you
then
have to?
yeah, beverages coming out at different times and opening the door, and is this yours? And blah, 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 you know what I mean? It's people coming late, and
Right.
I'm
What
focusing on
about,
detail, but
well, I mean, the important thing is to get it out.
yeah.
What about, I lost my train of thought. The libraries? Do they have any meeting spaces there?
Where?
The libraries?
I could look. The one lab. It's hard because I've been living in this town for so long, and they do have library space, like rentals where I live now, but
Right.
everything is so cut and pick and expensive. I'm not kidding.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like $30 an hour with like a 2 or 3 hour minimum. You know what I'm saying?
For a
It's
library space?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. It's like, what are
And
your
I'll tell
tax
you,
dollars paying for? Come on.
the people of this town, I tell you, and the thing, like a regular conference room, the cheapest I found is like $60 an hour and it fits like 3 or 4 people, including
I would
yourself.
believe that. I would believe that when we were looking for space for events for Alicia, I mean, at least $1,000 a day. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Yep. I'm wondering maybe like Rotary clubs or like the Moose Club. I don't know.
That's a thought. I mean,
Yeah.
especially the Houston Social Media Association is having meetings at the Houston Food Bank, which actually has a really great center there, that with like AV and all that, and that you pay with canned goods. So, I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, the town that I'm moving into, well, it's actually a city, is it's very like community focused.
Right.
So I think what I'm gonna, once I move in a few weeks, it's out there. I just have to get on foot, talk to people, look around online, socialize.
Oh yeah,
Dare I
get
say
out there.
socialize? So I think it exists, but that'll take a little bit of time. But yeah, but let me ask you. So if I had my own meetup group, say it
Need a
meant
space.
just that group alone, like
Right.
met once a month. I do. Like, would I charge? What would it? What do you? Any?
It depends. For the meetup groups, they have different models. Some of the meetup groups are free, but it's a pitch.
Right.
You get sold something at the end of each meetup. Some of the meetups groups you pay a fee for.
Right.
And then it's just like membership in any other kind of club. You get you've got your stuff. You learn nifty things. Depending on how fancy you want to get with that. I mean, if you're charging somebody, $100 for a yearly membership, you know, you don't have to give them too much for that. But if you're doing like $100 a month, then maybe some food would be good. You know. It's definitely something to look into. Especially, I've noticed that meetup groups are really good for professionals that meet locally. It seems
Right.
like with the Facebook groups and the LinkedIn groups, that's for everybody across the globe. But if you want somebody local, it's definitely go with the meetup.
Yeah, like I go to some meetup groups in town for tech, and like I never pay. Like I don't know why, out of principle, I don't want to pay to go to a meetup group.
I know. Maybe I don't either.
unless it, and usually, and I know usually if it's a talk or something, I feel like I know they're going to be selling me something. So I feel like, well,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to pay for you to sell me something. I don't want to have to pay for you to give me a sales pitch.
Exactly. It's like, you know what, I already paid.
So I know. So if I think about the meetup groups I go to, they're usually networking events where I go, not just, you know, I don't even know who the organizer is usually. It's just I want to meet people, like-minded people in town.
Right.
So maybe because I'm also thinking, like, what would I get out of it, right? So
Yeah.
I'll get to meet more people,
More
right?
clients
And
potentially.
so maybe the meetup group could be more social.
And definitely, I mean, you have to look at it at what feels right for you. You could definitely have the meetup group and then invite your meetup group to events like this. I mean, obviously they would have to pay for the event,
Right.
but you know,
Right.
it would help you get a captive audience, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah, because then we'll already know. Because I guess what I'm thinking is I don't feel so good about having a meetup group where I'm doing talks or whatever on a regular basis for free to a group. But maybe that's me being selfish. I need to, you know, provide value and not worry about that. I don't know.
How would you feel about just having people meet for, I mean, a good example would be that back room, just have people meet there once a month, just for coffee and do it for networking.
Yeah,
And
like
then,
I think I like that idea. I like that idea.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I mean, at most you maybe would just have to say, you know, hey, everybody, welcome. Here are the ground rules, and have at it. So,
Yeah.
with that, you're spending basically, you know, $10 a month plus whatever the meetup fee is to build your audience. But you're making better connections because you're making like personal connections. You're not just making like random connections with people off, you know, God knows where. You're making connections with people who can actually help you then and now.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea also because I want to meet more locals to, I don't know, work together who also know of like spaces in town that I won't know of, right?
Exactly.
To either give a talk or they'll say, hey, why don't we do our next meetup at this place? It's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, could do that.
Exactly. I mean, and if you, what about Whole Foods? Because I have a part of a coffee group that meets at Whole Foods on Thursdays, and they just, I don't know, I don't think I'm the only one who actually buys coffee. Seems like everybody else is just drinking the free water. But we meet in their dinner area.
I don't want to have to pay for everyone else's, like in that other space.
Yeah.
Whereas there's like, it's like going to a comedy club where there's a 2-drink minimum. But anyway,
I'm sorry for this kind of meetup. It needs to be alcoholic if you're going to pay for everybody's.
and you know too, a lot of the meetups that I go to will, like, say they have an event once a month. They'll also post other group events on their, like, they'll of shared or like meetups,
Right.
right?
And so that'll
Which,
network and get even more people in there. And, you know,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. All right, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Now, as far as getting more people in the door next week,
Let's see. You're emailing people, you are tweeting.
yeah, I don't have an email list, but yeah.
That's okay. Do you are you friends with people who do have email lists that are local to Long Beach?
You know, the thing is, I don't, because, well, I mean, I'm being closed-minded, but I should pause and think about that before I answer it. But most of the people that I know are 9-to-5ers.
Gotcha. Do any of
And
them own a business, or do they work for a company that would be interested in, you know, hiring tech people?
well, you know, what I plan on doing is emailing some headhunters.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that would be very effective.
Yeah. Because that'll only help them if their candidates get hired and know the ropes. You know, I don't know if you've ever done this, but I'm thinking today I'm going to create a Facebook event.
Yes, that'll do too. And you can invite people to that.
Yeah.
In
Facebook,
fact, when you make that, make sure to invite me, because I actually have a lot of friends who are in the California area, who are in that area, and they can spread it around to their friends as well too.
Oh, okay, great. And you know, I've had a hard time finding good Facebook groups. Okay, so I mean, there's yours, there's Alicia's, there's a couple other coaches that I know where I'm in their private Facebook group.
Right.
But when I do searches, man, they are crazy.
It can be really hard to find because it's like, for some of the groups you just have to join them to figure out what they're all about, and then you get in there and it's like, okay, this is all spam and naked people. This is not what I need right now.
Yeah, it's somewhere creepy, and then some I join and they're completely idle and dead, and
yeah. Let's see. Social media managers. I mean, I know you're not a social media manager.
Okay, yeah.
But they're always talking about the things that are going on in social media, and it's a closed group, but they'll accept anybody.
Okay.
That group is pretty busy, and I usually get really good tips from there.
It's called Social Media Managers.
Let me, since I'm here. Oh, social media. Yeah, let me add you to it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, since I have the power. Well, I don't know if you still have to be approved, but maybe you're already in here. Why is it not letting me add Diane? Oh, there we are. Okay, adding Diane back. Okay, so it's pending admin approval, but I mean, they'll add you. It's no big deal.
Cool.
But that's the really good one, because it gives you a lot of great information. And it's like, you know what's going on in social media, like all the new weird tricks and everything before everybody else.
Okay. You know, I also don't have, and I need to come up with what I'm going to offer at the end of my talk. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
This is how I feel. I don't have any structured package at the moment, right?
Okay.
But I do feel that I've heard people say this, and I also feel the same. When, say, I go to something like the event I'm hosting, if I connect with the person and I feel like, oh my God, I want to know this person, I want help from this person, and they don't offer something to stay
Yeah.
connected. That's not cool, because I actually do want to work with them or be in their circle or loop, and even in the future. So I don't, I know these two people only from Instagram, and we interact on Instagram, so I'm meeting them in real life finally. So, obviously there's at least some rapport and communication over the past year. So I guess what I'm saying is, they like my vibe, I like their vibe, so we'll probably want to stay in touch, I'm hoping. And how do I structure that? I don't know if I should say, let's have a consultation and like come up with a package specifically for them, or something like that.
That's something you could do. One thing you could do is you could offer go to get like online calendar scheduling software and tell them go to blah 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 blah.com and sign up for your free 15-minute consultation. And then from there you can try to sell them into, a service package of some sort.
Okay.
Another option would be to blah blah, cannot speak. Another option would be maybe just to set up a Facebook group.
Okay.
So the Hired Techie Facebook group, or something like that. And then have them join the group. And once they're in the group, you've kind of got a captive audience, but it's up to you to kind of keep things going and keep things, like right now I'm doing a crappy job of that in internet marketing operations. But to keep the momentum going and keep things moving.
Yeah, I don't know what to put in a Facebook group.
It would be maybe a question a day, of interesting article that you found. Hey guys, check out this article I found about hiring trends and iPads. I don't know, something like that. That could be one way to grab more people. And this is just do you think you're at a point where you're ready to offer like a service package to people like that? Because I know you've got some Wonderlust going on.
Here's the thing. I know I can help people because I've helped people in the past. I've had programs in the past. I've done classes in the past on this, and I've seen the results people got, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know who's walking in the door. And I think with my title,
Gotcha.
So I posted on Facebook the title and the logo and everything, and I think my title is off actually, because I'm thinking about changing it today, because the title is How to Get Hired in the Tech Industry, Straight Talk. And I think what's happening is the people who are coming are not in the tech industry, because the people who are in the tech industry think, I already know how to get hired. Obviously, I've had a job or I have a job.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Right? And so I think the people are like not in the tech industry. So it makes me think that the people walking in, like, I don't even know what package to offer them, because I don't even know if they even have any technical skills or are in the tech industry. Now, I feel if I change the title to Getting Hired in the Tech Industry, Straight Talk, it's more like we're already compadres. Right. We're talking about what it's like getting hired, and then I'll have the description. So as far as offering, my answer is I don't feel ready to offer the package, because I don't even know the customer, who's going to be walking in. However, if they are walking in and they have no experience but want to be in the tech industry, I can help them. but it would be totally different than somebody else who's been around for 10 years. And that's why I want to leave it open-ended. Like, what do you need help on? Blah, 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 blah. Let's build something.
That's because what I'm trying to think of, because if you do the schedule thing, schedule 15 minutes with me, it's going to throw off people who aren't ready for that yet. Because they're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to talk to her for 15 minutes about this. I mean, I'm just like, that's kind of like, I don't know if I'm ready to spend the night with her, We just met for drinks. Can you make sure to you could invite them? This is actually something, this is a thought. Invite them to connect with you on Twitter or Instagram, whichever one you feel most comfortable with, and have them tell you their favorite thing about the talk or the one question they wish you had answered.
Okay. All right. Because the talk will be, so I'm going to present, right? And then in the middle, I'm going to ask some questions to keep them awake and engaged. And then at the end, I'm also going to have Q&A.
Okay. Okay, that's...
And so then I feel, okay.
Your big takeaway, maybe that instead. Okay, so tweet me what your big takeaway was from my talk.
Right. So if I end the night, right, we have the presentation and, I ask some questions in the middle to the group, and then at the end there's open Q&A. I feel like, okay, what's the next step? What next for them? So I can invite them to the Facebook group.
To your Facebook group, to follow you socially, and to tweet or tag you in a question, what was your one big takeaway?
Okay. I think the Facebook group is will be good because they can stay connected with me and have interaction, right? Because on Instagram, it's not that interactive about, people can respond to a photo of, I don't know, a flower I post.
Right.
But it's not like they're going to ask me a question about the industry on Instagram.
Right. Right.
But at least I think on the Facebook group they can, and they'll hear about other events. I could post questions. It could be interactive. It's a little bit more private. And then they could kind of opt in when they want, or at least, for the time being, right? If they're like, all right, now's not a good time. And maybe in the summer, they're like, all right, Beck, what do you got?
Right, exactly. Yeah. I'm here now. Entertain me.
Nice. All right, well, awesome. Hey, I saw your live video this morning. That's fantastic. About your clients.
Yes, it's like, oh my God. People will pay me to tell them what to do and not make me do all the work for them. This is awesome. Wow.
Yep.
I was giddy, and he was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So if you know of anyone who's looking for like coaching on like their business, getting their act together, please send them my way.
Okay. Like what's a typical profile of someone? They're like a solopreneur or a small business, or
mostly I've been working with solopreneurs. I do have 2 small business customers, and I have 1 big name customer.
Okay.
Usually what it is helping them troubleshoot Okay, they want to move from A to B, but don't know how to get started. This morning, I identified where this person needed to start and gave them the first 3 steps for them to get moving. Identifying, okay, you need to focus on this area. And in order to focus on this, you need to actually go back and create a video of all the stuff you've done. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
And I just got to post John Hamm on my client's
Yeah, what's that about?
face page with their permission. It's the little things in life, you know what I mean?
Like dyeing your hair?
Yes. That was that was actually a big ego boost. I should have done that earlier.
Nice. It's hard because my hair is so dark. I don't have too many options until it goes white.
Oh, no. Well, I'm like looking at my hair and I'm like looking at I did this on Monday night. I already have like little black specks where it's started to grow out. It's like, really? Seriously?
I think when my hair goes white, I'm gonna let it go.
I think you should, because you've got that darker skin that would just look gorgeous, you know?
Yeah. Because I'm starting to get some whites, and I'm letting it just do its thing.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Wow. So I've been at this for 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we had our first 2 full hours of office hours in like months. Thank you, Diane.
Yeah, well, thank you. I want to ping you after next week and let you know how things went.
Yes, please do. So we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. I used to do it on Mondays, but maybe Wednesday is better for everybody. I don't know.
Is anyone else on?
Before we had Adrian and Linda, and then they had to get off.
Okay.
So it's more one of those things where it's like people pop in and pop out. I just stay here. So
Got it. Oh, and you know what? You know who Jason was?
No.
A friend of mine who was at my home and logged in on my computer into his Gmail. And that's why at the beginning I couldn't get in, because that was him, I think.
Well, Jason got a shout out, so I hope he liked it. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm going to go take a biological break.
All right, lady. Well, thank you so much. I'll see you on the internets.
Yes, on the internets, my dear. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.